This is episode 17 of the No Name Podcast presented by Big C with John and Vogus. Do you know what time the Pro Bowl starts?
3, I think.
Okay. I mean, I'll throw it on like NFL Network or something. And so,
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother this year.
dude, well, the Pro Bowl is it used to be good. Do you ever see the highlights of I guess that's the skills thing.
I like the skills and stuff.
I never really watched the skills, so I don't know. But the Pro Bowl back in the day, you ever see the clip of Sean Taylor lighting up that punter in the Pro Bowl?
I haven't.
Oh,
Is it? I have to look it up.
dude, it's nuts. It's always on Instagram all over the place.
I've probably seen it then. Yeah, I just don't remember it. I like watching like the precision passing stuff.
I like you ever see the clips of the old I don't know what it was called, but it'd be like the quarterbacks just throwing as far as they can.
Oh.
And you'd have Drew Bledsoe from 75 yards or something, and then Dan Marino comes up and throws it and stuff like that. And that was always cool. But I got a side out of water and a tea for you. I didn't know which one you want, so I just trying to be a little more professional, you know. Started already recording. Started edited it out, walking in and out, you know. Now because it's so goofy, having a conversation with you, and it'd be, oh, this would be good. Let me start recording, and then I do the intro, and then the conversation is awkward.
Yeah.
Starting out, so the last one I did with my buddy Clyde, started recording right when you walk in. Just edited it out to a certain point. It depends on where just kind of where the flow starts and stuff, and just go from there and stuff. Yeah. Well, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I've been kind of back and forth on it. I feel like Philly should win because I think they overall have a better team. They're a lot more stacked than Kansas City. But I don't know. I feel like Kansas City just pull it off. Maybe just find a way.
Dude, it's so hard. Well, Kansas City has all those receivers for.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And Travis Kelce, because both Kelces are playing. I should specify which one I'm talking about. Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, his back is still messed up, I think.
Yeah,
he'll play, but
they're a little banged up.
And then
their
Mahomes is still
kind of banged up too.
And then it's the Eagles. I don't know if anybody's banged up on them.
I mean, hurts a little bit, but not that much.
And he had time to heal up and
He's
stuff.
had a lot more time than Mahomes. Yeah, they're relatively healthy going into it, I think.
I think the Eagles. I'm gonna say the Eagles will probably win. I don't know. I just feel it. They're just too good. On the line, both sides of the ball.
Yeah. You never know though. I could see it go either way.
Yeah. But dude, the Eagles D line.
Yeah, even their their secondary guys, the guys they rotate in, would be really good starters on anybody else.
They have Derek Barnett.
Yeah,
he's a stud. He came out the same year Myles Garrett did, and he's pretty good. He got a second contract with the Eagles and stuff, and he's been. I think he had a couple. He might have. I don't know if he's. I'm pretty sure he's had a season with double-digit stacks at some point.
Yeah.
He's been on IR for I don't know how long, and then it's dude, they got not a couple other guys I think that are hurt or something that are pretty good, and then but they're 9 or 10 guys that they have on the active roster right now.
Yeah.
All are studs. They're all started somewhere before. And should probably still be starting,
right?
I think they're rotating Ndamukong Suh in
Yeah, I know.
They rotate him in.
Yeah, and he's still pretty good. But yeah,
might have to trust that. But dude, I just think the Eagles, like I don't. But part of me is like, doubting myself. I'm like, maybe not. Like,
yeah,
it's.
We just have to see.
But like those, the Chiefs, if their top 3 receivers are out, because what, Valdez, Scantling, Juju,
Tony,
and McCool.
Tony might be out too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe not.
No, it's not
MVS.
No, it's
Tony, Juju, and
McCool. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I thought
they're not all gonna be out though.
No, I think they're all trying to play.
Yeah, they're all questionable.
They're not gonna be 100% though.
No.
And, I mean, like, yeah, back in the day when the Eagles made the Super Bowl against the Patriots, like back in I think it was 04.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Terrell Owens, T.O. He had a broken tibia, and he still played. And he had 100-some yards receiving. He was beasting.
Yeah.
And so it's I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And there's former Steelers on both teams.
Yeah, that's right.
Like Juju on the Chiefs and Hargrave.
Yeah.
I think he's the only one that's on the. I think those are the only 2.
I think so too.
But that last weekend, all 4 teams had, because Ray is on the Niners, and then Mike Hilton on the Bengals.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I think that Eagles are I
don't know. On paper, Eagles definitely should win, but like I said, I'm just gonna go with the Chiefs. Because I feel like, I don't know, they'll find a way maybe.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be a good game, or it should be a good game. I mean,
yeah, who knows? Yeah. Sometimes those good games end up being blowouts or something, but I hope.
Like the Niners and Eagles.
Yeah. Or even Cincy and Buffalo in the playoffs, that was supposed to be good. Or even the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah.
With Tampa Bay and Kansas City, that was supposed to be that's supposed to be great. And then the line couldn't hold up.
And they had good. Their linemen were good. They were good players, but
they're all hurt.
Yeah, they had a couple guys hurt. And
it was Mahomes was playing with a lot of backups, and they had to rotate.
I think they only had a couple backups,
but they had to rotate a lot of guys too. They had to rotate some guy. I forget.
They
right tackle, the left tackle.
Yeah, not rotate. They moved them and stuff. And a lot of times, bless you. A lot of times the left tackle and right tackles, they can't play the other spot a lot of times.
Yeah, I know it's not something you could just
and in college they can do it, but in the NFL you get specialized, and it's a specific type of player, Taylor Lewan has talked about it a bunch, where he's a left tackle, he can't play right. Now maybe he could play guard, left guard or something, but he can't play because the steps are completely different
on the right and the left side.
Yeah, and that. But I don't Lane Johnson for the Eagles, stud. He's a stud tackle, but he won't get paid as much or respected as much because he's on the right instead of the left.
Yeah.
But they drafted him when the Eagles still had Mike Vick, I think. I think that was when Nick Foles and I think that was Nick Foles' second year, because he was drafted in 2012 and Lane got drafted in 2013. Mm-hmm. So they had, I think Michael Vick was supposed to be the starter, planned to be, and then they drafted him to be right, because if you have the lefty at quarterback, the right tackle becomes the left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope it's a good game, either way.
Yeah. What do you think about the conference championship games? I don't know if I really watched the Bengals and the Chiefs game.
I watched them both.
I think I went to bed because I would work the next day, so I didn't want to really stay up.
Well, I mean, Eagles-Niners was not much to say about it.
I think the Niners played well.
Because
they kept it close without having a quarterback.
Well, at first, and then at the end, it was just a...
Well, you can only do so much with... Because they knew they were going to run. Once Johnson got hurt...
Yeah, I know.
They knew. And
yeah, but they really didn't keep it close, though. It was
like, I've heard guys saying, like, they should just put, like, McCaffrey in at quarterback and let him sling it. Because, when you put Brock back in and then you're just running it and trying to get fancy with the double reverses and putting different your skill position guys in the backfield and handing it off to them, they're going to load the box because they know you're not going to pass.
Yeah.
And that's basically just laying over and dying.
Pretty much that.
And it's like throw CMC in there or even Kittle and just have them throw it. Like,
right.
Because what's the worst that happens? You get blown out, well, you're already getting blown out.
Exactly.
True. And all you're doing is making it like a slow and painful death.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it would be interesting to see. It's a shame that Brock got hurt so early in the game. Because, if he would have been healthy the whole game, I think.
Well, even if you had Johnson in, I think it would have been a closer game.
Yeah, for the full game.
Because he
wasn't doing much though, but he still would have had more of a threat than a quarterback that you knew wasn't going to throw downfield. But
yeah,
I don't know. But if Brock would have got hurt, I think it would have been a close game. But yeah, that one is kind of a dud. Kansas City game was overall good. Just I don't know about some of the calls in it, kind of suspicious. I mean, it wasn't the worst reffing I've ever seen, especially in a conference championship game, but it wasn't the best, I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I've
There's definitely some missed calls and this, like, you see, like, the third down play or, like, Mahomes, it was incomplete, and it was, like, I don't know what happened. There's, like, some mistake, like, the clock wasn't right or something, so they gave him another, like, literally a redo on third down, withdrew a flag and gave him an extra set of downs eventually, which is kind of, like, that was kind of bullshit, I thought. And even, like, the Mahomes.
Well, you hear the NFL's scripted anyways.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like the players that get hurt, like the memes they're making of like, oh, when I got the script for this year,
for the 2017 season,
and now or like Michael, the one was like Michael Vick's dogs when they see the script of like 2007 or whatever, and they're like, like yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people believe it though too. It's crazy.
That's so dumb. Like, why would players be willing to get hurt?
But yeah,
I don't know though, because of money. But you could lose money.
There's no way that everybody could be all in on it. Like,
like Ryan Shazier doing that. Yeah. He lost money.
Yeah.
Damar Hamlin, dude, man could have died. Like, why would he sign up for a scripted? Like,
no, that's complete bullshit. I agree that the NFL has favorites that they will give you certain teams calls, but
Mahomes is the next Brady, where he's gonna get the calls he wants.
Yeah,
he's the golden child, the poster boy.
Yeah, for this. Yeah.
And that's why I don't like him, because they put him on his pedestal. And they put the Chiefs on a pedestal, and it's like, I don't like. I think there should be good teams, but there should not be teams on a pedestal. Yeah. Meanwhile, in college football, Alabama has been, but there's at least been some competition. Like they haven't won at every national championship and stuff. And anytime they lose like more than one game and did not into the playoffs, they think that dynasty is over, and then like the next year they win the championship or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, I think that's why I didn't like the Chiefs because they got put on that pedestal really fast.
Yeah.
Like immediately. Like his first year starting, oh, Mahomes is the greatest ever. Like people were saying that, and I'm like, chill out. Like it took me until like Tom Brady winning like his 6th ring to say that he was a GOAT because I was like Team Joe Montana.
Yeah, well, you can make the argument up until for a little while, but he's just got so far past it.
Yeah.
Plus, he's been to 10 Super Bowls too. I mean, he's won the 3 more and lost them. I mean, that's insane. But yeah, I don't know. But it'd be nice.
How long do you think Brady's retirement's gonna last this time?
I don't know.
I think he might go 46 days. He went 45 days. Last time. He'll go 46. He'll do it because he's going to be playing 46 until he's 46 now when he comes back. So he'll wait 46 days. So when he plays his 100, or when he plays when he's 100 years old, he'll wait 100 days before coming out. And like the Steelers, he'll be like, the Steelers will be the last team he's ever played for. And he's played for all 36 teams. 36 because they're going to add 4
probably
more.
Probably by then, yeah. I don't even know.
And I'll be watching it from heaven.
Brady. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to stay retired this year, but I have a feeling maybe he'll come back after a year.
He already lost his wife.
Yeah,
and like the kids aren't going to be as close.
I honestly just keep playing at this point. I'm surprised he retired. All he needs is to go to like a stacked team that's like 1 quarterback away, you know, like has a good defense and good offense, and he could easily.
So the Niners.
Yeah, literally the Niners. But like,
what do you think the Niners do now? Because Brock's out for like the whole next season.
They're just gonna start Lance.
Well, you going to keep? Do you think they're going to keep Jimmy G just in case?
If I were
a good backup.
If I were them, I would say 100% yes.
But would Jimmy come back knowing it will be the same type of thing last year, where he won't be guaranteed to start, and then the next year he'll leave? He'll probably be left.
Probably not.
Won't come back.
Probably not, because he wanted to be out last year. They never got a chance.
I could see him going to the Raiders.
Jimmy,
because him and McDaniels.
Yeah, I've heard Titans. I've heard backing up Miami.
Well, he'll be starting in Miami because Tua
should be starting next year, I think.
Well, Tua's massive. He just got cleared from concussion protocol, and he was in it for like a month and a half.
I know, that's crazy. He shouldn't be starting, but he will. But that dude's got to watch out. I mean, the stuff he did this year, like 3 of those, especially that second one, was nasty. Like
the first 2 were nasty. The third one,
I didn't even know he was still playing, and that game too. His last game he played against the Packers.
Third one he probably had from the first 2 still. He probably never got rid of it.
Yeah, but literally like the first half before he took that hit, like he was on fire that game, and then like the second half he played like awful. Like right after he got the 3rd concussion.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I hope Brock can come back. I like hope because that surgery is like that's Tommy John surgery is what he's gonna get, and it's gotten better. Like, but it's still a really hard surgery to come back from, but I've heard that like pitchers come back and throw faster after they have the surgery.
Sometimes, yeah.
So I'm like, watch, he comes back and like he can throw a better, like a longer deep ball.
That'd be cool. I like Brock.
I know you fanboy over him.
Yeah, I do. He's a cool dude.
I don't know how.
They're gonna stick with Lance though because they put so much draft capital in them. They're gonna like stick with him for a year, see how it goes. Because you got to see what you got.
He has the tools to be. He reminded me a lot of like Deshaun.
Yeah.
When he was coming out, and that was a big comp but like a little different.
But they just don't know what they have in him yet because the first year he sat on the bench, and then this year he started, and then he only started a game and a half. Granted, he didn't play well, but
he started 2 games but got hurt.
The second one he.
Dude, I think Well, they need to stop. They did the QB power, and he got hurt on it. Don't do that.
No.
Don't use them like that.
No.
Just have them. Okay, you might be able to do some like read option plays with them.
Yeah.
Or RPOs, but don't do like complete designed runs with them.
He should be good because like they have such a stacked team. Like he doesn't have to do much.
Dude,
you know?
he's like you don't want to.
Just run the ball, throw passes, get it in Debo's hand, get it in Kittle's
hand.
hand.
If you have them run, let them run off of pass plays.
Yeah. Don't
have them running QB powers and stuff. Like maybe in the Super Bowl and it's 4th and 1 or 4th and 1 on the goal line.
Like
but not
like a routine play. Yeah.
Like it was like on a 4th and 1 he got hurt, I think.
I don't even remember, but
I think, but like they just because he has a good arm and stuff, and the QB power isn't even part of their. It wasn't part of their playbook.
Yeah.
Until they got him, and it's like maybe don't do that. Be smart on how you use them, and maybe you can do it sometimes, but like. Be a little smarter with you don't want to because he's such a good runner and can be a good runner. So you don't want to say don't do design runs with him, but like some of it's like maybe not do it.
Yeah.
Maybe do the design runs where you can get out in space instead of like the QB power is like in the box still, so like not really out in space, and you don't want to do that. Because there's more bodies in there where you could have a lineman land on his ankle or on his elbow, or like you mess him up one way or another.
Yeah. The 49ers are just like, I swear, one of the most unlucky teams when it comes to injuries sometimes.
Well, the year after they went to the Super Bowl in that time.
I know they were like 3-13 or whatever.
Yeah, and it was all because of injuries.
But like you watch, like Lance will be like good next year and he'll be healthy, but like the whole team will get injured. Like Kittle will be out, Debo will be out, the line will be jacked up.
CMC out.
Yeah. I would.
Trent Williams is coming back.
Yeah,
I saw he wasn't retiring. He said
that's good for them.
Yeah.
But
Silverback.
Yeah.
That's his nickname.
Yeah, I like Trent.
I think he has a tattoo of a silverback on his silverback girl on his back.
Does he?
I think that's what I remember hearing.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what they do. What do you think about the Steelers? Have you heard about the Taylor? Is it
Taylor?
Taylor Lewan. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow him on social media because I love the podcast he does. Him and Will Compton do Bussin' with the Boys. I love that.
Do you want him not in the Steelers?
I don't know.
Like,
part of me does.
Did you hear about like the TJ stuff?
Oh yeah, I heard it like a while ago when he talked about it on the podcast before.
Yeah, but they just asked him about it this week. Like
about TJ?
No, they asked TJ about Lewan.
Yeah, well he so it was like months ago. Taylor did it, like said about it, about how like he told a story about how he spit in his face, and then like him and TJ and Bud Dupree said we'll catch you after the game, and like Taylor said about how he was like outside the bus, standing there, and like saw them both walking out, and he was, oh shit, it's about to go down, but they just like left, like went to their cars and left. They didn't try to fight them or anything after the game.
Yeah,
like they said they were going to, but I think some of it. I think that they've tried getting Derek on the podcast too.
Yeah,
before, and it's all because Taylor doesn't like JJ. He doesn't like JJ.
Oh,
I think JJ's growing on him some, but like just because he's seems like Russ, or like fake.
Yeah,
like can't be real with how you you're acting and stuff.
Yeah,
and and Taylor went up against JJ like a bunch.
Yeah, because Titans. And
Texans, like Taylor got drafted in 2014, so quite a bit. I mean, JJ got hurt quite a bit.
Yeah,
but still, and now he was a big reason why he got drafted was because of JJ. Like if you watch the NFC, or not NFC, the AFC South teams, they started drafting guys to combat playing J.J. Watt 2 times a year.
Right.
And that. But I don't know.
He didn't seem too thrilled though.
Who, TJ?
No. Like if you watch the interview, like he's like yeah, like I guess I don't make those decisions, so it doesn't matter much. But he wasn't like, he didn't say like, no, I don't want him here. But he wasn't like all like, yeah, like, oh, I'd love to have him here. Like in his facial expressions, if you read him, it seems like he's like, fuck that guy. Like I don't want him on the Steelers.
Probably, just because. But like I don't know. I like. Well, if they're like one of my favorite podcasts, I'll of course like the guys that are the hosts of it.
Yeah.
And that. But he's been talking about like every episode, like the intro about how he's gonna get cut by the Titans. He's like he just knows it because he's played like 9 years in the league.
Yeah.
He's been hurt, and it's just getting closer to that time, and he doesn't even know if he'd want to play for another team.
Oh yeah.
He's not sure, and but
I
think
that
that
sign him or not.
It depends on the deal, and so if he can I think sign him for like a year, go win the Super Bowl. Dan Moore learns some stuff, takes over for him the next year, and we go win another Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know about the Super Bowl thing. That's a little wishful thinking.
I don't know. I think we're probably a little closer than people think. I don't know. We'd have to see how the roster goes with like free agency, who we keep and stuff. But I wouldn't be against signing him for depending on what it is. I love, dude. He's a boy. Yeah. Like I'm for the boys.
I think the Steelers can make a push for a Super Bowl, but I think it's going to take another year, to be honest. I think.
Yeah. Probably.
I think next year we'll probably go to the playoffs, hopefully, and then lose. But then I think the next year they have a turnaround because they still have like Kenny. He's played like half a year.
But I don't know, dude, because it's like the defense is getting older.
I know, that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like your window is starting to get short because, like I told you, like the moment our offense is going to get good, it's going to get like elite. Like
the defense is
going to fall. Like Hayward's going to retire. Like TJ will lose a step. It's like Minka.
What TJ's like? What 26?
He's like 27, I think 28. I don't know.
He's
still got some good years ahead of him, but you never know. He's still a little bit injury prone.
Not as bad as his brother.
No, but still.
He's 28. So I think we can get like at least 4 more good years out of him.
You think what?
4 more good years out of TJ. I think.
I'd hope, yeah.
32. Well, I don't know because Von Miller's still doing good, and he's in his 30s.
It depends on the person. It just depends, and it depends on how many injuries they take too. It's like
Well, what? How old is Cam? Cam's like 31.
Oh, he's older than 31.
No, he's 31. Pretty sure he's 31.
Cam Hayward.
Yeah, he got drafted in like 2011.
Yeah, I think he might be 31. But I thought he was like 33 or something. He's getting up there. He's gonna lose a step soon.
He is 33.
Yeah, that's getting up there for the way he's playing. I don't know how much longer he's gonna play like he has.
I think he hasn't. He's like a fine wine. Gets better with time.
Yeah, recently, but
what do you mean recently? His whole career, he got better with time.
I know, but like especially
he's gonna be like.
I feel like he's pitching his best years though. Like in the past
I think he'll play. I think he probably has like 3 more years. Good years. I think I could see 3 more good years. But then it's like the definition of good, like Pro Bowl caliber years, like he's had,
or just a decent starter,
or like an above average starter, like a good starter, because he's a great starter right now. Yeah. But I think he could have 3 more years as a great starter, maybe 2, and then I think he could have even more as a good starter.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see them make a push. Just like I said though, because either way, the defense isn't going to be as good as it is forever, and it's not like it's like amazing now, but it's still pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean,
especially if you can add a couple players to it, I think it could really improve it too.
As long as you top 5 defense.
Yeah,
I think they're top 5. Pretty sure.
When they're at their best, when they're healthy, they're a top 5. Like when TJ's firing on all cylinders and everything, I think so.
Yeah.
But you could get him. You could get a good corner. Keep
Sutton and Wallace.
Keep them, but get somebody else too. I think. Draft somebody or go after a decent agent.
But you don't want to.
I know you don't
push
want to reach,
for it.
but
You don't want to reach, and it's like
get Joey Porter. I'd love to see that.
I heard he's not even. Drop my cap, but I heard he's not even necessarily the best corner in the draft class.
Nobody really knows for sure.
I've heard that the Devin Witherspoon from Illinois is really might be better than him, and then Christian Gonzalez from Oregon as well. Those are 2 names I've been seeing that are people are saying are better than Joey Porter Jr.
Who knows?
But then if they're better than him, they might not fall till 17. But then again, if we have a freaking outside linebacker above Joey Porter Jr. at 17, take the outside linebacker.
Yeah.
Develop Highsmith's going into his
fourth year, I think.
Yeah, so he's going to be a free agent after this year.
I think they'll try to sign him, don't you?
But if we could draft a guy and develop him, keep him on a rookie contract, and do 3 outside linebackers that can rush. I mean, and you could possibly put him inside.
They could find somebody.
Lawrence Timmons was drafted as an outside linebacker.
Yeah.
And then we had James Harrison and somebody else. And then they ended up putting Timmons on the inside because he was better there.
Yeah.
And he was a good player.
Okay, you think if Porter's there at 17, do you take him? What about Addison? Who'd you rather have?
I'd rather take Porter Jr. at 17 than Addison.
Yeah.
At 32, who would you rather take? One or the other? Because I don't think
I'd take either or at 32. If you
because Porter Jr. I don't think he'll go
that low,
that early at 17. I think he'll probably be closer to the later of the first round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We could trade back and draft.
But I'd have to that's just
you could trade somebody to 22 or something. We pick him up at 22, 23 and get another pick. And then draft whoever you want at 32. You could pick. That'd be the ideal situation. Trade back, draft Porter at 22, 23, and then draft Addison at 32.
Yeah, but you don't get much when you trade back that late.
Yeah, but still, if you're going to get him, you think he's going to fall. You still might get a late 2nd round pick or an early 3rd round pick.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to... I have to look into it. I'd have to look into his stuff a little more because it's I don't know where he's currently ranked at on people's big boards the
Porter.
Yeah, so I'm not
usually 1 or 2, I think.
As a corner.
Yeah,
but I'm saying the big board, as in the overall.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd rather look at that because it's if the board falls as it lays, the 17th, I probably would look at the 14th to 20th guy.
Yeah.
And be okay, those are the guys that we probably have a real chance at getting because the board, people draft differently. So I would say about 6 guys, but I'm I don't know where he fits. I think he's definitely top 50. A top 50 prospect.
I've seen some of the board. I don't know where he fits. I've seen some of the boards where Addison's real high. I looked at one
but
that day.
But some of it might be because 10. There's no receivers.
Oh, in the draft.
Yeah, there's quality receivers, but they're not top end game changers. They're more guys where wait till like the second round to take.
Yeah.
And stuff, but I mean, it could change with testing and like the combine and the workouts and the pro days and everything. It could change.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely don't want Addison that early though. At 17.
I'd be fine with not taking Addison and like maybe like fifth, sixth round or something.
We still have
taking
decent receivers.
Michael Wilson from Stanford.
Oh.
He like showed out at the Senior Bowl and stuff like during the week and yesterday, and he didn't play a lot of ball because he was
really
hurt.
need like another receiver.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
he looks very solid.
Like, okay, we have
later.
Pickens number 1. Okay, get your number 1 and 2, Pickens, Johnson, and then like at like the other spots, it's like you got Calvin Austin coming off injury reserve. I think he's going to do good. Personally.
I don't know if we know how to use him.
I think we'll figure it out.
I just don't.
Somebody that speed, we'll figure out some way.
The Steelers, they had Dre Archer, 4.2440. We did not figure out a way to use him.
Yeah, well, you never know. But
like,
I think Calvin's different. He's a beast.
Dude, so was Dre Archer, dude. He was a beast too.
We'll see. I think they'll find a way to utilize him. I mean, Canada does like a million.
Gunnar Olszewski.
Yeah, he's not like Austin.
No, but like we could have figured out a better ways to use him than what we did.
Yeah.
In the preseason, he was looking nice.
Yeah, he
was.
was.
And Sims and all the other receivers.
That's
and
preseason though too.
But then we don't even try to use them.
Yeah.
We just stick with like the top guys, and it's like, why don't you throw them in there?
Well, they did throw him in there a little bit, I think, but it's like, especially when you started off too, you had Claypool in the mix, and it's like you had 3 good receivers, and it's like, plus I think they were planning on having Austin in the mix, but he was hurt the whole year, or at least they didn't bring him up at the deadline, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know,
they could have took him off injured reserve later in the year.
Yeah, but
and then
what's the point at that point? The season was over.
Get him some reps and stuff.
He wasn't ready. I don't think he was 100% though. There's no use pushing.
I think after the deadline, because they took him off, and he had like 21 days to practice or whatever, and they I think if they waited a little longer in the year and then did it, he might have been able to play. But I don't know. I'm not sure. But I saw he's like going to stay in Pittsburgh and work with the training staff.
Yeah.
And then he's going to leave and go meet up with Pickens, Johnson, and Pickett. And like work out and get caught up to speed and stuff more.
I think I'm not saying he's going to be like a superstar, but I think he's going to be a decent receiver. And like I said, plus you already got, it's not like he has to do a ton. But then, like, even that, it's like you got him. You could fill in another guy. Or
we got Steven Sims and Gunnar.
Yeah.
Gunnar, I think, can do some good stuff. Like if he gets an opportunity.
Yeah, you don't really need a receiver. Yeah, it's like unless you want to trade Johnson and bring in Addison.
But I don't think you do that because Addison's not.
He's not a vet though.
Yeah, he's like.
You're gonna need somebody because like.
Johnson, don't be stupid and keep Johnson. Keep Johnson. Don't be stupid and get rid of him. Keep him.
Yeah.
He can get like college open in the NFL when NFL open is what Pickens does.
Yeah.
And that's like the.
Plus, like I said, I
dude,
like
Big
having
Ben loves him.
Like he does.
Like
he said, it's like one of the best. But like
when the guy that's played with Hines Ward, Antonio Brown, Mike Wallace, Emmanuel Sanders, Santonio Holmes, Plaxico Burrows, Antoine Randall, Jericho Cotchery, Nate Washington, like the list, Marquise Wheaton or whatever, like Eli Rogers, like the list goes on and on about decent quality receivers. To great receivers, like if
he gets a little too much hate sometimes, but I just keep him too, just because he's decent and he can get open and run those routes just like nothing. Plus, like I said, you need a veteran in that room.
Yeah, and the running backwards to try to get more yards. That's nitpicking stuff. Because if it worked,
it looks like a genius.
Because Willie Parker back in the day, he was like one of the ones. He was a running back that would run back and forth, like lose yards to get yards. So like people, and I don't know if people complain about it because I was so young, but like people hold him and like so think highly of him.
Yeah.
And it's like Deontay had some drop issues, but like
he still does to an extent, but yeah.
But it's a lot better than that 1 year.
And then 20 was his worst year because he had
I think some of it he got the yips and it was in his head.
Yeah.
And that's all. Like when you think, I gotta catch this pass, I can't drop it. I gotta catch it. You're gonna drop it. Like if you keep thinking of what you're not supposed to do, it's gonna happen because that's all you're thinking.
Yeah.
It's like when I go golfing, if I'm like, don't shank this ball. Don't hit it.
Yeah.
Don't like not hit it. Don't hit it bad. Like hit a good shot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess up. Now if I just go up, don't think about nothing, and just hit it, I play great.
Right.
Well, great for me. Not like
I know what
PGA
you mean. But
tour,
but yeah, that makes sense.
Like just I don't know. I don't know. I think you just draft best player available.
That's what they do anyways a lot of times, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, and no matter what, everybody's gonna hate the draft. Like, I'll always see people saying it's such a bad draft. The Steelers drafted so bad.
The Steelers draft good.
Yeah, and I'm just like
I
might not agree with every pick. I'm like, I would rather have this person than that person, but I'm not a scout getting paid. And it's like people
don't draft bad.
I hate it when people are like expecting like 5th round picks, 7th round picks to be like
the next,
like a 10-time Pro Bowler or like, and it's like, dude, these are guys that are gonna be like backups playing special teams,
most
lucky to make their roster sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they get mad when we use a 1st round pick on like Terrell Edmonds. He's been a good starter in the league.
Yeah.
He hasn't been a bust.
No.
Like,
as long as you don't have a bust.
Because if you can get a guy that can start games in the 1st round, I think
we should bring his brother over.
I don't know, because he's very similar to Miles Jack.
I don't know if we're going to keep Jack. I don't think we are.
I don't know, but like Jack is probably going to be cheaper than Tremaine Edmonds.
Edmonds would be better though.
But we're already like low on cap. We might have to make some cap, like cut some people to make room for the cap.
I don't know. We're not like that bad cap, but we don't have like a ton to spend. I know.
But like you gotta like have some room for your draft guys when you draft, and you gotta have room for if people get hurt during the season that you sign them.
Sign some, yeah.
And it's like you also have to have some to sign 85 dudes to the team.
Yeah.
And then cut
20,
30, like almost 30 or 32.
Yeah.
Well, then you sign 10 to the practice squad, but it might not all be from that 85. You might get some guys from other teams that you liked.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
They should just change the active roster to like 60.
Yeah, they should. That'd be
like an even number.
Yeah.
I also think they should make requirements for how many people you have to have at each position.
Oh, well, I don't like that.
Well, it depends on how many guys you have.
Because
you
always want to do the best player. It's like if you got like 7 like receivers, it's like stacked. Like you can't get rid of any of them. Like you should keep them. Like don't take off.
Well, I would say like 7 receivers is like the minimum.
Yeah, but like okay.
And then you get like
put this, but
like. But like it's hard because it's like the schemes are different.
Yeah, it's different for everybody. I don't like that because then you have
And
to
plus,
pick
it'd be
somebody.
over 60. What I would say would be over 60.
Yeah, then too like you have to get so many. It's like, let's say you have like one good tight end and like other tight ends not that good, like, and you say like, oh, you have to have 4. Like you're gonna put somebody.
I'd say
there.
3.
Okay, but let's just say hypothetically speaking.
But then I'd also be like 2 fullbacks.
Right. But then you just have to fill the spots. And
But then you could put you could sign a tight end as a
guys.
fullback.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you got like people that's like just like especially guys that are like unsigned or like really late round picks. It's like if they work their ass off in training camp to get on the spot, it's like they deserve a spot, even if they have like other skilled positions.
Well, then you cut somebody else from that position.
What if you can't? Because of the roster.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean?
Oh,
like okay.
You're like saying like, oh, we have to have a quota like this that many people.
Yeah, so you like, there's this guy that you like,
Okay,
and then there's another guy that you like. Well, you pick one of them for that spot.
I don't like saying
it's
like,
no
you have
different.
to have like so many like X amount of like tight ends or X amount of cornerbacks or X amount of.
Why? It's no different than like your argument is like it's unfair to the guys. Well, there's 53 spots in general, and yeah, they can pick and choose. But if you have, it'd be no different than saying, oh, you have to have only 53 guys. It's no different because there's guys that work their ass off and do good and stuff that don't make the team because you feel you need to have this X amount of players at this position.
Yeah, I don't think they should be that. They should do their spots however they want, especially because, like you said, like teams, like every team scheme is different. You know, it's like some teams are like just so run heavy.
I think they should every team should have a fullback. Every team should have a fullback, and they should use them.
Okay, maybe every team should have a fullback. I don't think they should. If they don't want to, they don't have to use him.
They should.
I know you're huge on the fullback.
Yeah, the fullbacks and tight ends, old school football. Like you're telling me you can't figure out a way to use a fullback. Put them in the wing position and have them block somebody. Like,
depends on the offense. I don't know. Canada can't seem to use a fullback that much, but
yeah, he did. He used it more than any other coordinator we've had in the past 10 years.
Yeah, for the Steelers, but not like some teams though. Like, you know, like
Derek Watt is not like Kyle Juszczyk for the Niners.
Yeah, true, but still, we should still use him more. Like Derek Watt's nice sometimes.
For the Niners was a tailback in college.
Was he?
Yeah. Derek Watt was a fullback in college.
What's the
Connor Hayward?
What's the Ravens tight or the fullback?
Patrick Ricard.
Yeah, he's not bad,
but he's not like Juszczyk.
No, but nobody is.
Yeah,
he's probably the best fullback in the league, don't you think?
Oh yeah, right now, yeah.
I don't even think it's.
But there's only probably 6 fullbacks. Oh, there's probably a little more than that, but
you don't see them that often. Yeah.
They're a dying breed, man. It's sad. Like, look up Mike Allstott.
Yeah.
Highlights.
All right, I'll give you that. Every team required to have a fullback.
Like, dude, the A Train. Well, it's like so. The highlights are so great. He was a fullback. They'd put him in at. They'd have 2 fullbacks.
Yeah.
And they'd put him in at tailback and run him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so good. And he used to be teammates for a year or 2 with another really good fullback. That they were 2 of the best fullbacks in probably NFL history.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but I would have been that would have been scary as hell. Yeah. The only reason I know that is because they were both on Part of My Take 4 years ago or something, and I watched a clip or something from that, and it was dude, Franco Harris was a fullback.
Was he?
Yeah.
I did hear that he was before you went to running back. I remember hearing about that.
No, I think he played his whole career as a fullback.
Like in college?
No, in the NFL. But like back in the day, fullbacks ran the ball more than they do now.
Yeah.
And that because a lot of times they did the split backfield where they like instead of lining up right behind the quarterback, they'd be like behind the guards.
Yeah.
And then like you run one way, the fullback leads. You run the other way, the tailback leads. Yeah. Like Marcus Allen, he was a fullback when he won the Super Bowl MVP. Roger Craig was a fullback technically when he had the first 1,000 yard rushing and 1,000 yard receiving season. Yeah. There's like some other guys, but like because like back in the day, they used to be both. Like basically, you had to do both. I think Jim Brown might have been a fullback technically too.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. But and even in like the 80s, some of the fullbacks still had to. Well, Roger Craig was in the 80s, and so was Marcus Allen. But
yeah.
Like the I formation, sometimes they'd run them more. Well, depending. Like Oil City, well, they run a lot of I formation, but they run the fullback sometimes quite a bit. Like my senior year, Noah Petro had like 700 some yards rushing, and he was a fullback.
Yeah.
And then CC had like 3,000 yards at tailback, and then Holden had like 500 at quarterback.
Yeah.
And then there was like a couple other guys with like 200 and 100 yards as like backup tailbacks and stuff. But after like Noah was a fullback, I don't think they had any guys that were like good rushing fullbacks at Oil City. Well, not saying that they didn't have any, but like they didn't. Well, he moved to tailback the next year, so like, and then they had more guys that were not as explosive as runners and were better blockers. So, but that's like, but like that offense is based off of like the 80s and 90s, like Nebraska offense and like different like I formation ones that like ran the fullback a good amount. But yeah, dude, like fullbacks and tight ends.
So you can kind of use him as a tight end, you know. You can use him as a lot of.
And you can use a tight end as a fullback too.
Yeah. Like well, not all tight ends, but a lot of them. Yeah. Like I don't think you're going to use Freiermuth as a fullback. But
usually it'd be like your second or third tight end, which Connor Hayward, third tight end, also can play a little fullback.
Yeah. You think we'll keep Gentry?
We should.
If you could, yeah.
I mean, I just listened to the podcast episode, the Big Ben's podcast, where he talked to Heath Miller, and he was like comparing Heath Miller and Matt Spaeth to Freiermuth and Gentry. And so I'm like, dude, we gotta keep them then. Like, Miller and Spaeth were like Batman and Robin, is what Big Ben said. So it's like you gotta keep. I
like running like two tight end sets and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how often they'll do it.
They did that a few times. They did it more than they used to this year, I think. I've seen them running it a couple times.
I think they could do 3 tight end sets with Hayward, too.
Yeah, they could. Hayward out there.
Yeah, Moof and Gentry on the ends, and then you'd have to have Hayward at like the wing spot on either end. But like you could put him in a 3-point stance.
Put Pickens in there somewhere. Have him run down.
Yeah. Or you could put Deontay because he's got more speed. It depends on the situation. Or you could put Pickens a fullback in.
Deep, you know.
You could put a fullback in.
Yeah.
Play action. Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm getting excited because you got like Moof and Gentry and then Hayward and then Derek and Najee.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, just pound that rock.
I hope so. I don't know. I have to see.
I don't know if we'll keep Derek, because it's like, if Connor can do what Derek can do, why keep him? But then it's like, if that's what,
he's on a rookie.
But if we're going to go down that route where we're gonna ground and pound more, maybe keep him, because they started using the fullback position more when it got colder.
Yeah.
The colder it got, the more we used them. So
let's see. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
And Derek's a good special team player, so
it'd be interesting just to see how Matt Canada does next year. Just because he's such a divisive guy.
Yeah, I was just seeing how long we've been going. We've been going like an hour almost.
Oh,
yeah. It didn't seem like that long. I was like, man, I wonder if we're gonna have to like, how much longer? Like, I thought it was like 20 minutes or 30 minutes we were going, but I look over and it's like 55. I mean, I'm gonna cut out a couple minutes of it, worth of it probably, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess we'll wrap up this episode this time. I mean, but yeah. So, but once again, John has the Chiefs and I have the Eagles.
That's right.
If anybody listens to this, you can talk crap on us whenever we're wrong. So, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, rate 5 stars, whatever. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and that's it. So, go watch the Super Bowl next week and just enjoy the great game.